Thank you, Ger, and a very good morning. Broadcasting live here down in Cahir in County Tipperary this morning. We're going to be catching up with some of the local community to tie in with Pilgrim Path Week. Of course, the Declan's Way runs just outside the town here, so that's all to come live at 8:45. So do stay with us for that. Thank you, Hannah. 7:32 on the button. Broadcasting live here from Cahir down in Tipperary. We'll give you a quick update on the weather. Now we're going to be chatting to the local community to tie in with the Pilgrim Path Week. That's all coming your way at 8. See you then.
Now, it's a long way to Tipperary, and Declan's Way might even be longer. Derek, tell us more.
It is very long, and it is a long way to Tipperary. Welcome down here to Cahir. Of course, St Declan's Way runs right through the town here from Waterford right up to Tipperary. Two ladies on the Pilgrim Path here this morning are Chrissy and Josie. Ladies, you're looking very dressed up here this morning.
Well, we dressed for you.
Oh yeah, you did. Chrissy, how long are you walking now?
I'm walking about 30 or 40 years.
Yeah. And, well, in terms of the Pilgrim Path, you're on it 2 days.
Pilgrim Path, we've only 2 days done, yes.
Okay, how much have you done, Josie?
We have done from Cashel to Cahir and Cahir to Golden Bridge.
Okay, so that's about...
That's about a third of the complete from Cashel to Ardmore.
So about 20k a day?
Yes, yeah.
Average, yeah.
And now, girls, they say never ask a lady her age. Josie, what age are you?
I'm 83. John has broadcast us to the world already. So.
And what about you,
I
Christy?
think everybody know our age at this stage. I'm 88.
You're 88 and you're doing about 120 kilometres.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Hopefully, we haven't finished yet.
Oh yeah, we're halfway through.
One day at a time.
One day at a time, just like the song. All right, we'll have more from Tipperary right across the morning. But for me and our gorgeous ladies, don't they look fantastic? Back to you in studio in Dublin. You look gorgeous, girls.
I'd take Chrissy's jacket myself right now. I'd love to be wearing that and shout walking with us.
Very glam. Good on you. Absolutely wonderful out there, hitting the roads.
Yes, sure, opening shots there of the geese on the river shore, and a big shout out to everyone here in Cahir Tidy Towns. They've done a smashing job keeping the place spick and span. We're going to be catching up with some of our pilgrim hikers a little bit later on this morning to time into St Declan's Way that runs through the town here, Seth. So that's all coming your way live at 8:45. Yes, sure, opening shots there of the river shore. We're going to be chatting and catching up with some of the pilgrim walkers on the St Declan's Way down here in Cahir and Tipperary at 8:45. So do stay with us for that now.
Hello, welcome back to Ireland AM. Oh, sir.
Stand on your toes.
Big feet there. Hartigan has been hiking in the Premier County all morning, taking on Tipperary's toughest trails.
Yeah, our Jack of all trades is discovering why Ireland might have our next Camino. Over to you, Derek. Tell us more.
Hartigan's Hikes, that's a series we want to see, guys. Get it commissioned. Anyway, who needs the Camino in Spain? Because we have tracks and trails down here in Tipperary, all to tie in with St Declan's Way. Live broadcasting here down in Cahir in the Premier County. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jerry. Oh, yes, they're all up and active here, nice and early this morning. Gráinne and John, with this Gráinne, I'm never out of the place.
Yeah, I know you've been here 3 times in the last year.
3 times. So it's great to be down here once again with you this morning. Anyway, St Declan's Way, a fantastic Camino. First up, tell us about St Declan. Who was he?
St Declan was based in Ardmore in County Waterford, and he came to Cashel in Tipperary to meet St Patrick at the invitation of the Hiking of Munster to agree how they would bring Christianity to the Daoise. The Daoise is in the southern part of Ireland. And on that trip he walked about 115 kilometres on an ancient path 1,500 years ago to get to Cashel. And it's in that ancient path that St Declan's Way is now based. That still exists now today in 2024.
Tell us about the path and the Camino itself.
It's 115 kilometres. It can be walked in 5 to 6 days. It's a whole mix of different types of landscape, of lovely arable, fertile land, the Golden Vale in Tipperary, the Knockmealdown mountains, the beautiful dairying areas of Waterford, and it finishes then at the coast at Ardmore, right on the sea, with some beautiful cliff walks around there.
Is it a tough walk? Is it a tough hike?
It can be challenging in places, but it's not beyond any average walker of average fitness. People can take it at their own pace. They can walk for 4 or 5 hours a day. They can walk for an hour or 2 a day, exactly as they want. And it doesn't go to too great a height in the mountains. It goes through the mountains rather than over them. So it's a nice, I suppose, challenging walk, but it's something everybody can achieve.
Also, weather a major factor, especially it looks like it's going to be a bit choppy into the weekend as well.
It is, the weather is a factor, but it's all about dressing for the seasons in this country, in having enough with you to deal with the wind and the rain, and to be able to really, I suppose, layer up as you need to, and be able to continue to walk despite any weather challenges that might come.
No such thing as bad weather, it's bad clothes, right?
Exactly, Derek.
Exactly. Now, John, you are a chairperson of the national trails around the country. How many have you got?
Well, we've got, this is the longest one here, and it's the nearest thing we have to a Camino. But there are great trails that are shorter around the country as well. So I'm sure you've been all over the country. You've been down in Kerry, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Your broadcast. Well, the Cosson and Ave is down there, out on the Dingle Peninsula. Absolutely wonderful. And of course, a lot of these trails, we love saying this, you know, the Camino, our trails are about twice as old as the Camino. I mean, it's a little over 1,000 years. Ours go back to pagan times, lost in the mist of history. Knockmealdown, one of the finest mountains, and a beautiful view, a view to die from, and that's in South Kerry. And then, of course, the Cork people saying Finbar's Pilgrim Path, and it's 2 days across the Shehy Mountains. And then you get this glorious finish. I'm sure you've been down there as well. You know, Gougaunbarra. You finish down the mountains into Gougaunbarra, absolutely. And then for the Dubs, we have to have something for them close to there, something easy for them, as they say down here. So what are we talking about? We're talking about St. Kevin's Way, crossing the Wicklow Mountains. I know that there was 80 people on a walk there last weekend, and I believe that they had to turn away nearly as many more. So it's a huge growth. The Pilgrim Paths of Ireland have come on from being virtually nobody could walk them. Even St. Declan's Way 10 years ago was overgrown, and now we have people. I'm talking to a group that are coming in to do St. Declan's, and there's 27 of them flying in from LA. And
we've got a gorgeous one in Mayo as well. We can't leave the West out.
I know, yeah, absolutely. The Toher Forry, and of course Ballintubber Abbey, and of course that is the real where you connect with the past. Because remember, the path that's there at the present is really a creation of the railway, because that's the side of the mountain the railway was at. But the ancient path, the one we promote, comes into the most glorious countryside that has almost not changed since medieval period. And I mean, this is a path that would have been there before St. Patrick. It would have been a pagan path. Of course, Patrick was fairly clever bio. He knew not to throw out the old, you know. So he came along and he put crosses just on the standing stones. Hey, presto, we've got a Christian path. Whilst later the English tried to throw out the old religion, everybody resisted. Patrick knew his marketing even in those days.
John and Gráinne, we'll come back to you in a few moments now, because we're going to pop down here and say hello to Ellen and Helen. You're the Irish Anton Deck, isn't that it?
Absolutely, yes.
Helen, you've done this walk before.
I have indeed. I did it in 2018.
And what did you get out of the walk?
Well, I got fit anyway.
Yeah, that's a start.
Yeah. It was very spiritual, and I had loads of friends with me and met lovely people, and it was really nice.
What about yourself, Ellen?
I've done 2 legs of the walk, the first one and the last one. I signed up for 5, but you know the way life intervenes, and sometimes you have to cancel it again. Yeah, but most enjoyable.
And what do you get out of it?
Well, I suppose fitness, #1, and friendship, meeting new people, seeing new parts of the country, which is also lovely, parts you haven't walked in before. I would be generally a walker anyway.
And it's lovely, I suppose. It gives you, I suppose, that little bit of headspace as well, doesn't it?
Yes, time to think and I suppose reflect on life and listen to other people sometimes. There's a little bit of counselling, I think, goes on as you walk along the way as well.
Yeah, it's almost like a therapy session in some ways, isn't it, Ellen?
Definitely, definitely. And I'm here today to support these 2 wonderful ladies.
Yeah.
Chrissy and
Josie, they're still going here this morning. There's no stopping them. So, I mean, it really is all about, you know, I suppose that spiritual journey, but also that gorgeous friendship journey as well, Gráinne, right?
Exactly. It's about taking time out to be able to leave your troubles behind and to be able to walk, to appreciate the landscape around you, and really focus on the here and now. You know, rather than being in a car, driving in and out, ticking the bucket list. I've seen this, I've seen that, I'm going to zoom on again.
It's lovely.
It's just about enjoying it.
Where can we find out more online?
stdeclansway.ie. We have an event this weekend, walking from Tipperary, Goaten Bridge, into County Waterford through Mount Melleray into Lismore.
And then the national trails, John.
The national trails, pilgrimpath.ie, 7 great trails across the country, the perfect way to explore. And remember too, it's slow tourism. Like Gráinne said, it slows down the mind. You always feel more relaxed at the end of it. It's wonderful.
You're really selling it to me here. I think I'm going to come this weekend.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. From John, Gráinne, we've Ellen, Helen, Josie and Chrissy, all the gang here down at Tipperary. It's a long way to here. Back to you. It's studio. Wonderful. Really, really nice. Yeah, gorgeous.
Thank you very much, Derek. Yeah, fair play to everybody out there braving the... Looks like it's starting to rain as well, so good on you.
Great walk, though. Absolutely fantastic.
Lovely.
Thank you so much for that, Derek.
Now, his boots are made for walking, and that's what Derek is doing in County Tipperary this morning. How are you getting on, Derek?
These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Dermot and Catherine are with us here this morning. You're with the Knockmealdown Active Group, Dermot.
Yes, it's an activities organisation. We organise activities in South Tipperary, West Waterford, things like St Declan's Way. We do walks on that. We do the Knockmealdown Adventure Race in August and Baylock kayaking during the summer.
Okay, so a busy one. And Catherine, you're on the Pilgrim Path at the moment.
Yeah, I'm the liaison officer with Cahir Tidy Towns for St Declan's Way, and we first walked St Declan's Way about 11 years ago when the path wasn't developed, it was completely overgrown, and since then we've worked keeping the paths clear and welcoming tourists to our town that are doing St Declan's Way and promoting it.
And promoting the place looking spick and span. So well done to everyone here in Tidy Towns. We'll have more here for Tipperary right across the morning. But for now, back to you in the studio.
The show is going to be called Walking and Warbling. He can sing as he's walking along for Derek. That was a beautiful song, Derek. Love it.
He's class.
He's just so good.
Yes, opening shots there of local independent councillor Andy Maloney, the Goose Whisperer, as he's known down this neck of the woods. Welcome down to Cahir in County Tipperary, broadcasting here right across the morning, just getting past 9 o'clock. Thank you very much, sir. We've had a fantastic morning down here with the local community here in Cahir in Tipperary. And don't forget, tomorrow morning we're heading back to the capital, to Coolock, to check out their brand new dinosaur exhibition. So if you're a fan of the prehistoric era, that's all to come live tomorrow morning from 7 from Coolock. Now, a final look at weather together. Dry and settled start down here in the Premier County. Some showers to the northwest across Donegal onto the east coast of Dublin as well. But elsewhere it is holding dry. Mainly a good deal of cloud cover now as we push away into your Thursday morning. Now, right across the day, very similar to yesterday, we'll see some bright spells for time to start into the afternoon. Then towards the back end of the day, more rain up from Munster. Heavy and persistent for time as well. Top values of 8 to 12 degrees. So holding quite mild out there today. Could get up to 13, even 14 in some areas. And then into tonight, it looks like that rain clearing northwards. In behind it, that mixture of clear spells and some scattered showers as well. Monitor to locally fresh easterly winds, then veering to the south as that rain passes through, with overnight lows there back to 7 to 10 degrees. So for me and Alan with us at cameras this morning, that is your final weather update now this Thursday morning.